Welcome to the joint. Alright, well, tonight in the joint we're doing a new thing here. I'm not using a microphone. As you can see, I've got my mic stand here, but it does not have a microphone in it. Right now, this is the first full video that I'm putting up using my new camera. So I'm kind of just experimenting with using the camera just by itself. So this audio is actually just coming from the microphone in my DJI Osmo Action. Now then, that's all said and done, what I also have going on is a cup of coffee. Decaf, of course, because it's, 8:30 at night, actually 8:15 at night. And I have over here drying some Gawith Hogarth Balkan mixture that I am going to pack up and smoke. So let's just go ahead and find my pipe and pack this up and let's have a smoke. This stuff is really wet, so it's been sitting here drying for probably close to an hour, and it's still no, it's probably just about right. Maybe a little on the wet side, but not too bad. No, the more I pack this up, the more I realize that this is just about perfect. Just about perfect. Not so dry that, it's all crinkly and, crackly, but dry enough that your finger doesn't feel like it's, picking up too much extra moisture from the tobacco. So, actually, dang man, it actually looks like I set out the exact right amount for this pipe. That never happens. That never happens. Alright, the rest is just go right there. Alright, so we got this pipe packed up. It's maybe a little on the full side, but that's alright. Just kind of use the old geezer grabbing stuff method here and just kind of poke it down with your finger. The draw is just about right. We're smoking it in my Savinelli Roma. Oh, and then my match just frickin' broke. That's great. That's always a plus. Oh well, that's alright. Well, I would say that the moisture was just right, because this bowl is going. No need for a true light. The charring light was the true light, and there we go. We're off to the races. I can tell you right now. All right, I'm really digging this DJI Osmo Action. Now I don't know, because I've never had a GoPro, so I don't know if GoPros have this kind of a setup where you can use your phone as a viewfinder. I have no idea, but I can tell you right now it's really nice because I can set up the camera and hit record on my phone and it starts recording on the camera, which is nice. And I can also, kind of set up the shot using my phone, rather than, having to use a tiny little viewfinder screen or, a screen on the back of the camera that you can't see because you're facing the camera. So it's really, really pretty nice. I'm very happy so far with this purchase. The only thing that I can tell you that is probably a negative is that the file sizes are freaking enormous. But I guess that is to be expected with 4K video. I don't know that the final output's going to be 4K. It's anybody's guess. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able, if my editing software is gonna be able to handle 4K video or not. I have no clue. But, you know, whatever. Alright, well, in other news, that's really good tobacco. In other news, it's actually been kind of a big week for me. The project I'm working on kind of hit a snag, so I haven't had to work as much. It's bad because the project hit a snag. It's good because I haven't had to work as much. And, you know, so it's given me more time to do this kind of thing, which is kind of nice. Just sit here with my bros and have a pipe. I hit finally 100 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. Now, since you guys have got me to 100, I'm gonna have to think of some way to celebrate. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I've tried to think about doing something cool. I want to do something that nobody else has done, you know, but I also want to do something that you guys are interested in. You know, I know that giveaways are kind of popular, and I'm not against doing something like that, but I also have seen, you know, other people do various things to celebrate 100. So I don't know, maybe I'll do it all, maybe I'll do one, maybe I'll do the other. I don't know. I gotta get my head around it. And but the bottom line is it has to be badass, because this is Justin's joint, and that's how we do things here. It's either got to be badass or we don't do it at all. So something's gonna happen. Something awesome is gonna happen. I don't know what it is, and I just need to figure it out first. And I need to figure out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, all that good rot. In the coming, probably, hopefully, couple of weeks, I'll have that figured out, and we'll see what happens. And then, in other news at work, I actually received a fairly prestigious award, which kind of surprises me, because I mean, I'm Justin, you know, I'm just some random guy. Sometimes is a little bit opinionated, but you know, they recognize me at work. You know, I work for a company that's fairly large. I think we got probably 10,000 or more employees worldwide, and they give out 2 of these awards a year, and one of them this year went to me, which is a huge honor, and it's very humbling to think that, you know, all I was doing was my job, and and then to get this massive, you know, this massive award, which is kind of cool. But it's, I don't know. I have trouble with this kind of thing because, you know, people appreciate what I do, but, you know, to me, there's always something better. It's like, you know, yes, I did good here, but I could have done better. I did really good here, but there's certain things that weren't as good as could have been, and that's always my mentality with these things. Maybe to a fault sometimes, and I guess, you know, the old saying goes, you are your own biggest critic, and that is without a doubt the case when it comes to me. I am always my own harshest critic when when it comes to basically everything. So, you know, getting this award was kind of a surprise. It was kind of funny because the COO of the company flew out and presented the award. You know, there was at the end of the ceremony, and they had my family come, which I had no idea they were going to be there, so it's a good thing I didn't wind up getting drunk. No, I wouldn't have gotten drunk, but, you know, I had no idea that any of this crap was going to happen. My mom and her husband came out and were there, and it was just really special. I was so happy that everybody was there, and that I don't know. I'm still a little bit flabbergasted. I sit at my desk and I look at this trophy every day and think, why did they give this to me? I'm just some lowly loser who comes to work and makes money for the man. But apparently people are digging the old Justin's action here. So, you know, digging my action, whatever. I don't know. And let's see what else has been going on lately. Ooh. Well, here's another thing that's been going on lately. It's late May, and it's frickin' snowing outside. Who'd have thought that, right? I mean, usually by now, in Denver, it's like 80, 85. Really warm, borderline hot. It's been cold and rainy for the past 2 weeks. We've had maybe a couple of days where it got up into the 70s, it feels like, but for the most part, I feel like I really, really, really want to put my winter coat away, and so far, it's not been happening. I keep having to break it back out, so. Like, we got about 3 inches of snow last night, and, you know, it's late May. And the problem with snow this time of year is that it's really heavy and wet. The trees all have their leaves, and so it hangs on the trees and it breaks trees. And I had a couple of bushes bite the dust this year, which, you know, I guess is fine. The bushes that got hit the hardest grow like weeds, so I guess it doesn't really matter all that much, but you know, I put down a little bit more Milorganite on the grass right before this happened, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for the grass. Well, man, that was quite a lot to get off my chest there in a short period of time, but I feel like I've been putting up really long videos lately. So this video right here is at 13 minutes, which is right about the sweet spot. 15 to 20, maybe 25, but lately, anytime I do a video where I'm actually doing something, you know, like putting together that air compressor or freaking modeling up that soap dish, it's hard to cut some of that stuff out because, you know, you don't want to miss anything that's important or relevant to the video, but then at the same time, you wind up with videos that are like 35, 40 minutes long, and boy, I don't like putting those kind of videos up, but I don't really know what else to do. I just need to practice making videos that are more easily editable, I guess I should say. I tend to just ramble as I'm doing things, and when I'm rambling, it makes it hard to cut and splice and do all kinds of, you know, video magicry. So, you know, that's whatever. Bear with me on the long videos. I'm trying to get it under control. I promise. It's gonna happen at some point. Anyhow, well, I think that that all being said, now this video is almost at 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for today and finish this bowl and this cup of coffee, and hopefully the video quality here is a lot better than it has been in the past, because, you know, I actually invested a little bit of money in a new camera. So until next time, right here in the joint, I'm Justin, wishing you a nice evening. That was lame. That was totally lame. Till next time, right here in the joint, I've been Justin, and I am hoping that you have a spectacular evening, morning, day, afternoon, whatever it is, whatever time of day it is you're watching this. You have a good one. We'll see you next time.